Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. My name is Virtual Nunchucks. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. Hope this video finds you well. Today I want to talk to you guys about my PS5 and what I've been experiencing with it, and what I've noticed as far as accessibility features. That's what we're going to focus on today, is mostly the accessibility features for disabled gamers, because there's a ton of videos out there with, hey, this is what I think about my PS5. I've had it for 4 or 5 months, but nobody's really talking about the accessibility features, and I thought that I would do it because I'm a disabled gamer. It's important to me. So, some features that have returned that are kind of legacy at this point. They've been on the PS4. I think they were even on the PS3. Is being able to map your controller to the button preferences that you prefer. You can invert your sticks. There's things like colorblind filters and things like that for your display. We're going to take a look at a couple of these things screenshot wise. For example, this right here, your controller accessibility options, controller options. You can do things like mapping your buttons. That's been around for a while. I like that it's back. I don't have to use it, but I do like that it's back. You can also do closed captions, which is great for like your game. Your screen readers are back, which is nice. If you need to be able to have the game or the console itself read back to you, that's fantastic. Those screenshots went by real fast, but it's fantastic because, you know, maybe you can't see as well as you used to, like me. I'm getting to where I can't see so well anymore, even with glasses. So occasionally I go, "What's that?" And my wife's like, or my son's like, "What? You can't see that?" I'm like, "Nope." So that's good. If I ever get to the point where I just can't read it at all, I can always have it read it back to me. But really, honestly, I'm so glad to see things like a screen reader available to people. I'm so glad to see things like customized controller button mapping and reverse your thumbsticks if you have to, you know, things like that. I'm glad to see things like the text transcripts for your chat. So like if you need to text instead of chat and you need it to read it back to you, it can do that as you're typing. That is cool. And one of the neat features about the PS5 is the option to set your default difficulty, which I didn't have a screenshot of because it's been talked a lot about by other YouTubers. You can set the difficulty. You can set your preferences there as far as difficulty and captions and you know, things like that in game, so that, or you know, like press to hold instead of toggles and stuff like that. Instead of having to worry about it in-game options, you can go ahead and do that with the PS5, and the PS5 is smart enough to save those settings and then apply it to your game. The catch is that the game developers have to support that feature. So right now, the only people that are really supporting it, that I have noticed anyway, are first-party studio titles like Spider-Man Miles Morales, but the other studios do not. You have to go back in and adjust settings as you go. Now, I'm sure that will change the further in the life cycle we go, but developers, if you're listening, that is a fantastic feature. You need to enable it in all of your games for those of us who have difficulty with movement with our hands especially, or button presses or anything like that. We need to be able to set our own difficulty level so that we can enjoy the game at our own pace and not feel frustrated. So please support that feature. That is an amazing feature. Some things that I kind of wish that I would see more often. Yes, there are colorblind filters and all that stuff, and that's fantastic, and text-to-speech and all that kind of stuff, that's back. But I kind of would like to see the developers implement some well, I don't want to say cheat codes. That's not, because I just did a video yesterday about gamers and cheaters and stuff, and I don't approve of it. But for some of us, not I don't have this problem so much. But I remember back in the day when I was playing on PC and different things, or even Nintendo, there were certain games that I really had trouble with, and I really wanted to play them because I was enjoying them. But because my hands were the way they were, or are the way they are, I had trouble with some of the controls, and uh, I couldn't change them. Which thankfully, that mapping your own buttons is there, which is fantastic. But we used to have things called God mode in games, where like if you knew a certain code, you could not die, or or maybe even choose a level. So if I was having trouble with a level because of my hands and the inability to uh, to get past a certain level, I could choose a level past that or something like that. Now, I didn't do it very often as a child because I considered it as a challenge to get past something, to beat it. I beat Mario by getting that wonderful cheat on 3-2 where you jump on the turtle about 1,000 times or however many times you can stand to jump on it, and it gives you extra lives till the cows come home. Well, I beat Mario that way. But, um, you know, but it was kind of cool to have infinite lives or something like that. I kind of would like to see that, not because I want to cheat. I don't think it should be in multiplayer games, but I definitely think at some point in time, you know, we should see some kind of code that maybe keeps us from dying. I know you're going to say, well, virtual, there's a bunch of checkpoints nowadays, and it pretty much starts you over from scratch, and that's true. But I was just thinking it would be kind of cool if there was a God mode, because back in the day we used to play things like Jedi Knight Fallen Academy and stuff like that, and you could type in "Help me, Obi-Wan," and you'd be invincible, and you could get through the campaign that way. I don't know. I'm just being silly, really, about the cheat code and the God mode thing, but I think this is a good step in the right direction. I think this is a great step for disabled gamers to be able to have all these different features. And what needs to happen is there needs to be people conversing with Sony and these different developers. People like One Hand Mostly, who actually is a disability advocate and consultant for certain companies. He works with companies, and there are several that do. I think it's great, and I think these conversations need to continue. I do play with the difficulty level depending on the game that's set with PlayStation. I do find it more enjoyable that way. I do the quick time events, for example, in Miles Morales. I did change it to holds because sometimes it's easier for me to hold something than it is for me to repeatedly press it. Uh, so it's fantastic that they're now allowing you to do that. So I'm imploring you developers, please, oh please, oh please, implement that in all of your games if you can. We would appreciate that. Now, let me be clear. I do not condone cheating in any form, so the God mode thing was a joke. Okay? I don't want to see God mode or anything like that. This isn't Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Contra back in the day where you needed to do that. Okay? It's not necessary. But if you have not had the opportunity to play around with the settings in your PS5 and change a few things, you should. You should take a time. Don't just think it's a regular console or that their features are not impactful, because they are. So you need to play with them to your personal preference and see what works best for you. Because honestly, I do that with every game that I have. I play with the features, I play with the button mapping and all that stuff if I'm having trouble, stuff like that, to make it work for me. For example, if I play Mortal Kombat with my son, I go and get my fight stick and I remap the buttons completely, because what works for me doesn't work for him. And so, I'm just imploring you to do it. All in all, I am very happy with my PS5. I'm happy to see. Sorry guys, my mic cut out there for a second. I'm happy to see disabled gamers getting a little bit of help from major companies, and I'm proud to see that it's moving forward. I just hope that I live long enough to see real huge leaps for people that are, say, for example, paralyzed but still want to play. I'd love to see like VR become a real big thing for people. Like maybe they can move their head. Maybe they could talk to the screen and say, look at something and say, shoot, or something like that, and it work. But again, I'm in my 40s now. I'm probably not going to see all that, but it's a fantastic step in the right direction, and I hope this dialogue continues with the developers, and I hope that we can move forward as a gaming community as a whole, because believe it or not, I play Call of Duty as a disabled gamer. I'm not very good at it, but occasionally I do play, and a lot of practice to get, a 1 KD or even I'll be happy with a 0.5 KD at times. But I just want to see the gaming community move forward, and I want to see everybody that can possibly enjoy this fantastic medium, because it allows you to do things that you wouldn't be able to do. But I've said enough. I've said a lot about that in the past. So yeah, if you're a disabled gamer, set your difficulty levels in your PS5. Set your controller up. There's a lot of options for display, colorblind filters, subtitle colors, and all kinds of stuff. There's all kind of options that you need to play with before you even touch a game. So yeah, but yeah. Other than that, guys, if I missed something, if there's something that I missed, or if there's something that you noticed that helps you, or if you're having trouble with something, let me know in the comments. I'll play around with it and see what I can do for you guys, and see if we can help you with that. I don't know, but let me know, and we can talk about it. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if you did enjoy the video, I would appreciate a like. It's very much appreciated, because it does help the channel out. And talk to me in the comment section below. Hit me up on Twitter @vnunchucks. Follow me on Facebook.com/virtualnunchucks. Over on Twitch.tv/virtualnunchucks. You can follow me over there. One of these days I'll get back over there, I hope. And I do apologize for the rapidness of the screenshots. If you need to go back and look at them, you can. I just don't have the ability to screen share because my PC is now in another room. So it is what it is. Tomorrow, we might try some Oddworld. I haven't played a good platformer in a long time. So we might try some Oddworld. You might hear some grumbling from me because I don't do platformers anymore. For reasons. I'm getting older and my reflexes are slower than they used to be, so I have trouble. But we might try it because it's new and it's something that's on PS Plus this month. So yeah, check it out. Anyway, guys, we'll talk to you guys in the next video. Please have a great day, and see you soon.